Yo, it's the Mighty Jalak, aka Cat. We got a Christmas special today. We're going to be giving Bob some Christmas cheer. We're going to be opening some presents from Raptorclause. And we're going to be getting some presents from Gachaclause after feeding him some coal. The start of this video, I'm just playing with some Bobs, really. And to tell you the truth, I didn't even mean to kill this guy. I just thought it'd be funny. You know, I've been on the island, so I keep bumping into Bobs. I've been over here trying to level my chibi, which, if you didn't know, increases your player level, which is something the Winter Wonderland's actually introduced. It's the first time an event has actually introduced something that can increase your player level, which is quite a big thing, because the only two things can actually increase your player level is the Overseer and Rockwell. 5 for Gamma, 10 for Beta, and 15 for Alpha. So 5 levels just off leveling the chibi. Something that's come through an event is quite remarkable, really. So here we're just going to give this Bob some gifts, basically. Nothing special, but again, 200 hide for him is probably a gift, you know what I mean? And I give another Bob a little chibi. I thought, as it's Christmas and I keep bumping into him, might as well give him something. Fuck it, why not? So yeah, I like this new event. I keep seeing lots of new coloured things. It's wicked, and yeah, I really love the chibis. I mean, not just from a standpoint where they actually increase your player level, but also as a cosmetic item. Because when they introduced the Helena cosmetic kit with the Genesis season pass, it almost kind of opened a tin of worms. It was like, right, what else can they do with this slot, development wise, and being able to have a little buddy walking along with you, like a little Pokemon, like how Ash had Pikachu and things like that. I think it's quite cool, innit? I think it's wicked and bad. And I think the new emotes as well, wicked and bad. You got the Nutcracker dance, the Carolyn, and another one. I just think they're sick. I love it when the events bring new dances. Ever since the 4th of July one this year, 2019, they've seemed to have brought out new dances every event, which I think is sick. It's a way to keep people engaged, keep people playing. I think it's really good. Again, here in this clip, I just see another Bob base. I popped through the roof to see what was going on. There was a couple of tames outside. I thought, fuck it, I'll leave him a little chibi. The guy probably doesn't have a clue what it is. Don't know what to do with it. He's going to wake up, see fucking a little dino running around in his house. He's going to be like, what the fuck? Yeah. So, fuck it. I just thought it'd be quite funny. But no, I really do like these chibis. And, yeah, I think it's just been a wicked event so far, especially on the island, as there's fucking snow everywhere. It's turned the whole place into a snow biome. I think that's really cool, and I like it when they do things like that. I wish they'd covered all maps of Valguero and these things, but obviously they're not going to do everything. It's a large game arc. We should just be happy with what we get and stop complaining all the time, which I'm going to come on to in a minute. But now, just to overview the Gachaclause, I personally thought it was a bit shit. So there's other things I wanted to get, like the skins of the jumpers and the hats, so I haven't really been feeding him anything. But I've been on the island a little bit, and it keeps popping overnight time, and obviously I pick up the packages as they come, because you never know what chibi you get. I actually get a Reaper chibi in this episode, which is quite nice. So I thought, fuck it, let's feed him 75 coal, and we'll see what we get. So yeah, this is me just feeding the Gachaclause. It's nothing special. I don't really get much, to be honest. I'd advise you not do it. I'd advise you make either the emotes or make the skins, because that's something that as soon as the event goes, you're not going to be able to get that for a whole nother year. And you know how art goes, people want exclusive things, and if you can keep one of these, you know, 6, 7, 8, 9 months, or maybe even till next year, you're just gonna have the coolest skins in it, because everyone else will have died and blah blah blah. The main thing I got from Gachaclause here is the fucking pissing festive candies, which I absolutely hate. I think they're completely pointless. The only time I think they would have been useful, efficient and effective would be actually collecting Spino sales on the island map, because the tactic you use to force spawn them is run from green to the sea and back and forth. So the 5% increase to your speed that candy gives may be useful. Speaking of that, actually, I think that video has been nullified. I think a few changes has been made to the island without them being actually explicitly said. When the Brute Cave's a lot harder now, since transferred have opened from Valguero. I don't know why they do that, because the Brute on Valguero, I mean, I think to balance out how difficult it is to get each artifact, you know. But the Brute on Valguero is quite easy, so I don't know why they do that. But yeah, either way, it's it's just a sick map, innit? It's a sick map, Valguero. And other changes, I think there's more Spinos spawning on the island, because as I've been going around, I've noticed them in various different spots and locations. I'm not too sure if that's merely because I've been flying around more looking for alphas or whatnot, but it is just something I've noticed, that there's a lot of Spinos about. So if you're looking to do the hard monkey, I think there are more floating about, and I don't think it'll be as difficult to locate them. So moving on to the last part of this video, it's just gonna fucking go around and pick up these presents, really. I like the Raptorclause on the event. I think it is really cool, and they have done it every year. I think it's wicked. Yeah, I love it. And thinking back to Legacy with the first Christmas events, the fucking penguins had hats on and shit like that. It was just really cool. It was really cool. It brings me back. Been playing Ark a long time, a long time. This game's been out longer than people think. You know, 3-4 years. This game's been out, and if anyone played, you know, Legacy, they'll know how long this game's been out and how different it is now. Especially from Extinction, the introduction of cryopods enable people living in caves and on ceilings and in all kinds of places. Before cryopods, that wasn't a thing. You know, you have to be able to be in an accessible area to breed your stuff, innit? Because otherwise they're stuck in a fucking cave. You can't get your giga out. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's been big adaptations made since Extinction. I think Aberration as well, kind of making Element more doable. It's not just all boss fights, and back then as well the stats were different on dinos. You know, I think when I was in TU a long time ago, the best giga stats were 350, and fuck, I don't even know what we're on now, but it's almost double that. It's crazy. It's crazy in the 600s. You know what I mean? So fucking the development of the game, development of the community as well, has been it's phenomenal. It's wicked. I love this game. It's a bad boy game. You know, I recommend it for anyone that wants longevity in a game. I don't think games really are actually doing it anymore. They're all quite linear. I think that's why Fortnite had its success. It moved away from the Call of Duty Battlefield kind of linear first-person shooter, and I think Ark's a perfect mix of sandbox, PvP, you know, and creativity in it. It's a wicked game, real sense of community as well, and there's an economy on there. And yeah, it's just wicked and bad, man. I can't wait for Genesis either. And I know there's some sick new creatures. That's why I've been getting these presents. I've been trying to get the Magzamar chibi, which is actually from Genesis, and you can actually get that. Although I don't know what the likelihood of you getting it is. The probability is probably extremely low for them to drop it. But yeah, I can't wait for Genesis. And there'll be a new video on how to get the what is it? The chest and the gloves, I think, are the last things left to get for the unique cosmetic skins. You can get, obviously, only if you have the Genesis Season Pass, because you need the Helena cosmetic skin in your offhand for you to be able to actually engage with the Explorer notes. But I definitely recommend getting a Season Pass anyway for any art player, because it's going to mean the next 3 DLCs. They're not free, but it's just going to save you forgetting to buy them, or maybe one comes out where you're short of funds or something. It is good to get the Season Pass where you can, and also get the extras of these cosmetic sets and that. Yeah, it's just Ark in it. There's so much to do and not enough time to do it in, pretty much. I'm sorry for the inconsistent uploads as well. I'm very busy at the moment with work, university, amongst other things, so getting time to play Ark's been put on the back burner, unfortunately. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this festive episode. It's a bit different, me just rambling on, but I had some clips here just of the Winter Wonderland event, and I thought I'd string them together into a sound little video, basically. Also for the chibis, I do recommend the flyer chibis. They do look a lot cooler than the fucking just ground tames, because they just fly next to you instead of just kind of walk along sillily. The coolest chibi I got is the Reaper, but yeah, don't want to rub it in or anything. Alright, enjoy Ark, lads. Hope you enjoyed this little Christmas special, and yeah, as usual, I hope you don't bump into me. It's the Mighty Jalak, aka Cat. I hope you found this video useful. Goodbye.